Hi 4th and 5th graders, it's Miss Cari here, and as promised, I've got a new video for you. So what we're going to talk about today is making a sound on the head joint, so it'll be review for some of you, and where to put your fingers to make the notes D, E flat, and F. All right, so if at any time you feel that you've mastered a portion of this video, you can skip ahead to the next section. All right? So here we go, making a sound. You should be getting a sound out of your instrument now, but if you're not, this will help you. All right, so take your head joint in your hand, right? It's gonna face to your right. And what you can do, cover the tone hole, roll out a little bit so you feel the edge of the tone hole just under your lip there, okay? And it's like you're spitting something off the tip of your tongue. So you're using your tongue to make a sound. Now, if you're not getting it, you can roll in or roll towards you or roll out away from you, okay? Make sure that you check yourself in the mirror. If you're not getting a sound, you may find that you're doing something a little funny, like or you don't have the hole lined up in the middle of your mouth, okay? So check yourself in the mirror to make sure that you're doing something similar to what I'm doing, okay? You're gonna have different lips than mine, so it's gonna look a little bit different, but the sound is gonna sound like this. Okay, so here's the exercise. Remember, we did this in class 3 times perfectly. Using your tongue, remember. Taking your flute away, and again, 3 times perfectly. All right, so now after you've mastered that, and remember you can pause and practice along if you need to, we're gonna do slide whistle. All right, so this is kind of a fun one. All right, all the time using your tongue to articulate, right? Very important. So once you've made a sound on your instrument, you're going to put your flute together, all right? So make sure that you're putting your flute together. Make sure your head joint is lined up with that tone hole lining up with your keys. So for those of you who have Yamaha instruments, you're gonna have a circle on the head joint, a little circle, which is going to match that triangle on the body of your instrument, okay? So get that lined up, okay? And make sure your foot joint, see where my foot joint is? Right here, that rod is going through the middle of that key, okay? It's not over here, right? It's not like that. All right, it's right in the middle. All right, so there we go. Now, what you can do is before you put your fingers on it at all, do this. Try to just make a sound. Okay, without even trying to put make sure you're actually not touching the keys, because that might make it a little more difficult to make a sound. There you go. Okay. Now, this is probably, I don't know, this is, after making a sound, this is probably the hardest part of playing the flute here, is making sure that you're getting your fingers on the flute correctly, okay? So, we're gonna start with the note D. It's the first note in your book, okay? You can find the fingering chart on page 46 in your book, or looking at page 6, note D, okay? Now, what I like to do is start with my flute vertical, okay? This kind of helps me to get my fingers in the right position, okay? Now the fingering is thumb, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, all right? Thumb, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and it looks like this. I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna show you what my thumb looks like as well, okay? But notice where my second finger is, where my third finger is. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to show you what my thumb is doing. Okay? My thumb is right here. All right? I'm not pressing this round key, I'm pressing this long key. Okay? And my thumb is kind of up. It's the bony part of my thumb. Right there. Okay? Notice where that is. I'm able to wiggle this flappy key, which is my A flat key. You're not going to use that yet, but that's where your pinky is going to go. And your pinky is also going to go on your right hand over here. Okay? Also notice my left hand is under, my right hand is over. Okay? So make sure that you have your hands in the proper position, okay? Now, this is what D sounds like. Remember, I'm articulating, okay? If it sounds like this, it's too low, and if it sounds like this, you're too high. It should be right in the middle here. That is the note D, okay? Make sure first finger on your left hand is up, all right? So the next note is E flat. If you look at your fingering chart, there's one little difference between D and E flat, and that is, that's right, your pinky, all right? So pressing your pinky down will make the sound slightly higher, and that's E flat. There's E flat, all right? Notice I didn't move any of my other fingers, right? I just moved that one pinky, makes E flat, okay? Now, I'm going to show you again where my fingers are. For F, slightly different because I'm going to use my first finger. Thumb, 1, 2, 3, 1. Take a look at where my first finger is, okay? I've got one finger here. I skip a key. See that key right there? 2, 3, 1. Pinky. All right? So check your hands. Make sure that it looks like this. Okay? Notice that my first finger kind of wraps around as well. This first finger kind of, I'm pushing that a little bit into my face. Okay? Looks like this. F. So like I said, stop this video anytime, practice, you can rewind it, all right? And practice your book. Make sure you're filling out your practice logs and let me know if you have any questions, all right? Happy practicing. We'll see you next week. Bye.